wanted to talk about options a little bit. I know we've had a couple of sessions where I'm talking about the binomial pricing model for options. And before I get into more of the details on actually how to actually use it and price an option out, I wanted to talk about fundamentally why we're doing this, why we're even talking about options. Options actually hold a lot of value, and they can be used for hedging your positions, your existing positions, let's say on an underlying security. They can also be used to generate income. So by selling options instead of buying options, you can also sell them. There's a bit more risk involved with that, depending on how you do it. But by doing that, you can actually generate income, and you can actually use that to offset some of the downside that there might be on the underlying security. And number three, you can also use them to invest. The only thing is, obviously, unlike a stock where you can buy it and hold it forever as long as the company is actually operating, that's not the case with options. Option gives you the right again, to buy or sell a security, the underlying security, but you only have so much time to actually do that. They can be from 1 day to up to a year, or actually even longer than that, as long as 2 years, actually, if you look at a swap. Not a swap, I'm sorry, it's a longer duration option. Um, and so you can use them to also invest, especially if you don't want to buy the underlying security. You want to maybe reduce your risk because obviously with an option, it gives you the right to buy or sell, but it's just a right. It doesn't actually obligate you to do that. So if you have a strike price, if you're looking to buy, if you buy an option, a call option, which has a strike price of 50, let's say, and the security is actually around 50 also. And 2 months from now, the actual duration of the option, well, time period for the option is actually 2 months, but 2 months from now, let's say the stock actually goes down to 25. Well, you don't have to buy it at 50. You don't have, again, it gives you the right to potentially buy it, but it's not an obligation. And so in that case, if you had owned the stock, you would have lost $25 with the option. And again, there's a cost to actually buying the option, but you wouldn't have lost $25. And so now, 2 months later, with the stock price being at 25, now if you really want to buy it, you can, if you still want to, and not really, do anything with the option. So again, there's also, again, from an investing standpoint and also from a risk standpoint, it can help you. It can help you. And again, we'll talk through some of those strategies that you can do. And the other thing that I did want to briefly mention is that with the price of an option, there are actually two components to it. You've got the intrinsic value, which is basically the difference between the strike price and the actual price of the underlying security, and then you have the time value. And basically, that time value is going to go to zero over time. So from the beginning period to the expiration date, it will go from whatever that value may be. If it's $2, it will drop all the way down to zero by the expiration date. Whereas the intrinsic value, again, depending on where it is relative to the strike price and the underlying security, it can have a positive value, but it can also have a zero value. And over time, depending on the movements of the stock price relative to the strike price or the underlying security price relative to the strike price, it may become zero. But it can never be negative. That's the other thing. It can never be negative. Just like with time value, it can never be negative. And again, we'll get into more of that, but I just wanted to, again, throw those out. Again, ultimately, what we want to do with the options, with the call options as well as the put options, and the difference is a call option gives you the right to buy, whereas a put option gives you the right to sell. And then you can do the opposite also. You can also sell each one of those options. But it gives you the ability to actually, again, to reduce, especially with a portfolio where you have individual stocks and you want to reduce some of that risk, you can do some hedging. And you can also enhance the returns by, again, generating income or by taking positions that maybe you don't have a whole lot of any more money to actually invest, let's say, in the stock, but yet you want to maybe buy that option because you feel that that stock may go up. And again, the price of the option is going to be a lot less than what the stock price is. And so if you don't have the money to actually buy the, let's say 100 shares, but you want to take in, that you want to participate in the potential that it might go up, then you can buy an option in that case. And again, the value, the actual cost would be a lot less. And the potential downside is also going to be a lot less, especially if the stock goes down. Either way, we'll get into more of that, but I just wanted to throw that out. And again, we'll pick it up with the actual analysis on the next session.